Urvi, Jatin, Ananya, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. When I ask you the question, the only thing I would want is that, let's only answer the question that I particularly ask, because I have about three, four questions for each one of you. And there will be a separate question around advanced, there will be a separate question around masters. So that way, if we answer everything in one go, probably the questions will not be there. So that's wherein I would say we have Sreyoshi also who's joined. So let's get started. Hi Shreyoshi, good afternoon. So just to give you also a little bit of context, we have our ICCC foundation level participants present, and this is a fun session where we are just going to be sharing all our alumni's experiences on the ICCC program or the partner portal. So I'll ask you a couple of questions. Maybe you can just answer them, take a few minutes and answer them. So I'll be asking very specific questions. So we'll take it like that. So let's get started with Jatin. So, Jatin, what I'll request you to do is I would want you, rather than me introducing yourself, I would want you to share why did you think of career coaching? Which city are you from so people can relate with you? And just a little bit about yourself, just a little bit about why, what you were doing, how that transitioned into career coaching. And yeah, so if you could just give us a few lines on that.
Okay. Hi everyone. Good evening. I am Jatin Dixit, and basically I am from Kannauj, that is near Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. I am a humanities graduate. After doing my graduation in humanities, I moved to do B.Ed. I am a B.Ed gold medalist too. After completing my Bachelor's of Education program, I was appointed as a principal in a school by an IRS officer. There, when I worked for a year, I realized that the students that were there in my school, they were unaware about the career opportunities or the lack of awareness in them related to different careers or scopes that are for them for the job purpose were really less. So I was also engaged in counseling my younger friends and my juniors at school itself. So I thought it would be better to turn into a career coaching, and as I was always interested for doing the coaching itself. So I searched for the programs that are present in India that will provide me an opportunity to provide the career coaching, and that will give me a platform to do that. So I searched various platforms. I went to different platforms. So I thought that Mindler would be the best option.
Great. Thanks, Jatin. So I do see a lot of people already enjoying what they've done. So the idea behind them introducing themselves is so all of you get to know that they are all not from the career coaching or the psychology background. So absolutely anyone can explore a certification in career coaching. Let's move on to Shreyoshi now. If you could, if you could just tell us a little bit about the amazing background that you have. I, of course, know of it in depth, but I would want you to kind of just share. And she happens to be a great writer also, so I'm sure she's going to have something interesting.
Yeah. So, just to kind of reiterate what Isha just said, that anybody, and when I say anybody, I mean actually anybody, if they have an interest, one, and if they go through the process of the ICC career coaching experience, then it is possible for anybody to do this. So for example, I come from a marketing background, right? I've been in marketing for almost close to 2 decades now. However, when I was in the corporate, I realized a large part of my job was talent mentoring. It was something that I did as my day job only. But while doing that, I realized that if I knew this a little more in a trained manner from experts who do this as a profession, then possibly I could do my job better. So that's when I started getting, reading up. I hadn't kind of got myself trained, reading up about career counseling. And then, I think about a year back or something, I chanced to, I just came across Mindler, and I, possibly because I was reading up a lot, I was getting feeds from Mindler. And then I first did the foundation course, which was so quick that I didn't even realize what happened. And I immediately wanted to do the advanced course, because it's almost like, having one piece of potato chips from a bag. You cannot like let it rest at that. You will have to do more, right? And then when I went through this process, I realized how, I wouldn't say easy, but how comfortable it was for somebody who is not in this line. So I've been a science student all my life. I then have done economics and I'm in hardcore marketeer. But what I realized was the way the curriculum is set up, the amount of content that's available, to the way it is taught, it is very easy for people to kind of, take it on. And yes, of course, one has to be interested in that field. That's a given. But if anybody thinks that, I have to be from a particular background in terms of educational qualification or the kind of experience I've had, then that's something you can completely take off your head.
Okay. Thank you so much, Shreyoshi. So, like I said, you can figure out that she's a writer from her communication itself. Now, let's move on to Ananya. So, Ananya, in fact, has a very interesting story. Of course, I won't take it from her. I'll let her share it on her own, and I'll probably add some adjectives later. But Ananya, why don't you share your journey? Also mention which city you are from. I know we've already discussed that with the participants, but we can repeat it.
Thank you so much, Isha, and a warm welcome to everyone. And thank you so much for having here. Of course, so first of all, I'm just going to stick to the question, Isha, you have asked. Of course, I'm from Pune. I live in Pune right now. Of course, most of my work has been in and around Delhi NCR for last 8 years. So I've been an educator, an IB educator, head of the department where I used to do humanities as well as theory of knowledge. So last 8 years, I would say working as an educator, there was a time when I felt that there's a need of knowing or learning what is happening on the other side of the table. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, of course, I'm going inside the classroom, I'm imparting the lessons, right? Of course, as well as I have started working as a guidance counselor in school setting as well. But, it was just that, I was starting off. And while I was just imparting the lessons in class, a student one day I remember came up to me and saying, "You know what? Okay, fine. You're a great history teacher. You're a great theory of knowledge teacher. But if I want to study history, where should I go?" There starts my journey, Isha. That's when I realized that, it is not only just being a great teacher that suffice today, right? That's just, my opinion. It's also knowing, how my subject or the subjects that the students are doing, I'm mentoring, how those are effective, okay, when it comes to, whatever the career they want to pursue. And that's where, I think I have, of course, gone to work with another, like private organization where I've placed students at, most, I would say, top universities in the world. And that's when I think while I was looking at a professional upgrading, I came across Mindler, and thank God I did, right? Such amazing people, so much of learning. Of course, like Shreyoshi mentioned, I did enroll with the foundation as well, right? And oh my God, what was that experience? I still, get goosebumps, right? So after that, of course, it was very organic for me to enroll to advance. And after that, I think now I'm part of Mindler team. So that's
I didn't want you to share that. So yes, my Ananya actually leads our entire overseas vertical. So kudos on that. So yes, so she is somebody who is actually working very closely with us. So that's super.
sorry if I
Thank
did.
you. What?
I said
No,
sorry
no,
if
not
I've already revealed that.
I am just messing with you. Super. So thanks, Ananya. I think people have found that very inspiring and very, very rightly said. I completely agree with you. Moving to Urvi now. Urvi, please tell us a little bit about yourself and where are you from? Let's hear your journey.
Good evening, Team Mindler. A very good evening to all the participants. Welcome to the ICCC family. I am Professor Urvi Shukla and I am from Kolkata. I'm a lecturer at BSc College, Kolkata, which is under Calcutta University. And along with that, I'm a career coach, a proud career coach, thanks to ICCC Advanced Masters program that today I'm here in front of you as one of the panelists. Once upon a time, that is 3 years back, 2018 was the time when I started my journey with ICCC. Y'all are lucky enough that y'all are in your own comfort zone doing this program. I was the first batch to get enrolled into ICCC Advanced and Foundation program. It was the same program which had amalgamated both these. program. So I traveled all the way from Kolkata to Delhi. It was a 3-day program where we were taught intensely a lot of things which are not from my educational background. I am an MSc with environmental studies. So, absolutely a contrast to the field of psychology. I am introducing my career, I mean, my qualification to you so that people from all walks of life, if you are passionate about helping students, or passionate about learning, teaching, unlearning, relearning, helping people out, this is the place for you. I'm into the field of education last 18 years. So from school to graduation to undergraduation students who I teach, at the same time I am pursuing a fantastic, lovely, satisfying career as a career coach. So I wish all of you can explore this opportunity where Mindler gives you a certification program which helps you shaping the career landscape of the country. So welcome to the group and all the best to all the participants.
Thank you, Urvi. So all of them tend to remember you from the website I showed this
Okay.
morning in my presentation. So everyone's like, partner Urvi. I'm like, yes, that's right. Now I want to add a little spin to this and I'll move to the next person. But before that, is Anchita online? Anchita, you there? Okay, maybe she's not there currently, but we'll get back to that. All right, so let's come to Jatin now. Jatin, if you can now help me understand, now that everyone has some idea about, a little bit about you, if you can help us understand a little bit about how was your journey of the advanced level, and you have also done the master's program. So how has your journey been, especially about the advanced level? What would you say you enjoyed, and maybe even a couple of feedback, anything if you could just share? Yes.
Basically, as ICCC program consists of the 3 levels, and I have different perspective to all 3 levels. Talking about the first level, in the first level, we listen, understand, and then we read the ICCC booklet. And then in the advanced level, what we do, we explore and we research. So basically, the kind of questions that are asked in the advanced level help us to develop our research skills as well as explore the different areas of careers and different types of scholarship opportunities that are available for the students, different types of educational backgrounds. So we get to in touch with the different things that we do in the career counseling scope. So in this journey, we will from bottom level to top level, we develop the efficiency to research well. We get to explore different opportunities that are available for our students according to different cases that are asked in the advanced level. And after that, it helps us to execute in the master level, because the last level is of execution. Different types of case studies cases are given to us, and then we have to execute.
All right, thank you so much, Jatin. Someone also asked about if it's necessary to do the master's certification to start as a career coach. So, if you start with the advanced level, it is not necessary for you. Maybe do the advanced level, start your practice as a career coach, and then do the master's level. That's also a perfectly great way of taking up the ICCC master's level. So, perfect. I think that was a very relevant explanation.
Ma'am, one thing I just want to add.
Sure.
I just one thing I want to add, the question that was asked, that it is necessary to do the master's level. Listen, the type of questions that are asked to you in the advanced level are totally different at the master's level, because in the master's level you will get the cases that are very relevant to the career counseling practices that you will do afterwards. If you will not be able to solve those cases, it will be difficult for you to judge yourself as a good career coach. So it is very important and very relevant to do the master's level in order to crack those cases and to get a perspective that how to deal such problems if they arise at your time of counseling. That's all.
Okay, thanks, Jatin. That's actually very well answered. I know what the master's journey is all about. It is definitely something that you have to invest time in. It's not going to be a cakewalk. Now moving to Shreyoshi. And why do you not help us understand how your experience of the advanced level was? And you are currently pursuing masters. So how would, yeah,
I haven't. I will be doing from the
you
next.
you are going to be starting from the next batch. So let's hear from you all about your advanced experience as to how it is and how has your journey been? Like, what has been the best thing for you when it came to the advanced level?
I'll just break it up into a couple of things which are not very mutually exclusive, but a couple of different things that I think I've been able to absorb. I mean, it's a constant process, but which has added to my profile. One is first being able to understand why coaching is not just counseling itself. I think that's a big part of it. That you are not just supposed to meet somebody, look at the clock, block an hour, and tell them what they need to do. That is not your job only. The role of a coach is much larger than that, and how what you suggest to different people will be completely different from depending upon who they are. And I have honestly seen many psychometric tests. In fact, at workplace, we have been going through many of these. We recruit using some. In fact, before Mindler, I had the opportunity of kind of connecting with some other platforms in India, but there is no assessment which does such a, want of a better word, 360-degree evaluation of a human being. Because we often think, and it's very commonly said, that to find a career which is good for you, you need to know two things: what you're good at and what you like. This is what we always say, right? That you need to be good at it, and aapko maza aana chahiye, hai na? Now, of course, of that maza aana chahiye always is a distant second, and what you're good at it is the number one. That's what happens to all of us. I mean, it happens to a film star, it happens to the guy who's sitting at a reception job. Now, the problem with this is that most of us don't know what careers are available. And I think, Isha, correct me if I'm wrong, there was a survey done by Mindler a couple of years back, which found that college students in India knows about 7 careers.
That's right.
And in reality, there are about 300 plus. And the reason is the problem of that. We think it's a great word, but the problem of like-mindedness. That's a big problem in the world. We always stick to people who are like us. Our children also stick to those who are like us. So they never get to meet, never get to see any other career, right? So they only choose among those. And the way people choose is the process of elimination. We don't choose, we only eliminate, right? So abhi 10th kar liya, I can't stand science, so I will take this. Then I've done that. Oh, I can't stand that, so I'll take this. So that's how people choose in life. So that's not choice. That is eliminating. You're not choosing from an array of choices. Choices to aapke paas hai hi nahi. It's almost like going to a shop where the kirana has 5 brands versus going to a modern trade where you can see all brands, right? The difference is like that. I think that's the first thing that I learned with Mindler, that I learned how much I don't know. In fact, advance happened to me at a very, very interesting time when my daughter was she had given her +2, and she had been a good student, and you're very sure about what she wants to do. And I didn't think, and that's a problem, right? When people are great, you don't worry so much about it. When people stumble, you start worrying. But the problem is that the same issue is with people who are good also. They also know only that many, right? And while I was doing my advance, we had to do, one for our own assessment and one somebody else's. When I did my assessment, I realized why I used to sometimes feel unhappy in my job, even though I was doing very well, because I was supposed to be completely somebody else, which is what I'm planning to do in my second innings. And I started that also. And with my daughter, who was always, she's a good writer. She always wanted to be a journalist. So we never thought twice. We said, हाँ यही करना है. When she did her assessment, we were like, I was quite amazed to see that she is like a marketer, complete marketer. Now, because mom is that, she always said, ye to nahi karna hai. You know how we sometimes do. And once that assessment was done, thankfully, we had an opportunity for her to do 2 internships in marketing. And she loved it. But if I hadn't done that, we wouldn't have considered. We thought we were on a completely smooth path. Now today she's in LSR doing English honors, and then she'll do mass comm. We would have thought of a complete different trajectory. So I'm saying that is one that, it kind of puts you two steps back and make you realize that you don't know a lot of things. So that's the second. And the third part is this constant live examples. Not only are they in the assessments that we have, which is great, also during all our sessions, and I know Parikshit does it all the time, keeps on throwing examples at you to make you try and stretch your thinking, which includes both knowledge and empathy to a large level, to try and understand what can I suggest to this person, therefore, because there is no one size fits all in career coaching, and that I think is a very, very important thing. And the fourth thing is this complete sea of knowledge in this library. I mean, it's almost like a Google. There is nothing that you don't know. In fact, now when I have to search something, I always write it and say plus Mindler in Google, because they know it will take me to that page. Because I will research only if Mindler hasn't done it already. Earlier I didn't know. I have to work much harder. So now I just, even if with my people who I counsel, or even the ones who maybe I'm professionally not counseling, but friends and family, their kids, I always say doubt plus Mindler, enter in Google. They would have had, that's another brilliant part. So it's almost like, imagine you have, sorry, I keep giving these stupid examples. Imagine you have a quiver of arrows, they keep filling it up constantly. So, your ammunition never gets over. So because they're constantly adding it, so imagine that you're at a war field and your quiver is always auto-filled, So that is something which I find amazing, that you don't have to do that work because that's already done for you.
Yeah, so Sriyoshi, that was actually very, very well said, and I think all the 4 points were given with such beautiful examples that was really nice. I'm sure I enjoyed listening to that so much. So I'm sure the audience also would have had a really good time. Now coming to Urvi, if you could also just shed some light on how advanced and master's journey has been for you, and how both of them are different in their own way. So if you could just spend some time on that.
Yes, I think the advanced and foundation, Shreyoshi has explained it quite in detail and very well. Um, the advanced is a very intricately crafted course which gives you credentials from CDA and Mindler, whereas masters gives you another edge. That means it gives you a credential from NCDA, which is the apex body in the field of career coaching and counseling. So certification, I just read one of the panelists, he was asking about certification. Yes, certifications are extremely important. It is very, very important since we are in a field where we are dealing with human beings every day. The tool that we use is artificial intelligence so that our coaching does not get biased. But at the end of the day, we have a lot of moral responsibilities. So when I'm trying to help someone, trying to coach someone, that person has utmost faith in me. So I cannot afford to give wrong information about anything to anyone. Okay, so for that, it's mindler.com. You can just get all your answers there. But at the master's level, um, the perspective is very global. If you all have these knack over career coaching and counseling and helping skills or mentoring, the final icing on the cake, or if you, as I say, you have to carve your own niche into this field of career coaching and counseling, masters is definitely very, very important. But again, it is not a cakewalk. It is extremely, you have to put in a lot of hard work into doing your masters. It has a lot of case studies, assignments, webinars, theories. You have to have time to invest in it. It is not something that I have nothing else to do, let me do my masters. No, that mindset should not be there. Whenever I'm going to do something, I'm going to put in my 100% to it. That is the reason, as I said again, first batch of advanced and first batch of Mindler Masters 2, if both the programs have been crafted very well. They both are in lieu with each other, as the advanced is like a graduation and masters is like a post graduation, which is very, very important. As I said again, we are here to help. For me, help is more important. Secondly, what I believe is Why am I here is helping the students again to clear or give them a clarity over all kind of confusions in the field of career that they have. And the psychometric tool, which is artificial intelligence, they will teach you the entire program. Your career coaches and guides will teach you how to interpret them, how to understand what is going on in the psychometric mind of the child. The Mindler assessment is like a horoscope of the child when it comes to its career. So this is a documentation which you can keep it there lifelong and you can bank on it. It is realistic as well as validated. So I have been tried and I'm using it last 4 years. So you can be rest assured till date, I have never had a complaint with regard to validation of the assignments. I think I'm extremely happy with the program that I did. And the testimonies, I'm sure Isha must have showed you. So I mean, clients all over, they are very happy with it. So all kudos to Mindler.
So here is thanks so much, Urvi, and here I have known Urvi for very long time now. So I mean, she's already such a senior professor at a university, and you had to see the dedication with which she did this. I know she's Professor Urvi, but I take the liberty of calling her just Urvi. But yes, you should address her as Professor Urvi. So you had to see the determination that she did this program with. I have seen her through advanced and masters. She was like a little kid, curious, always asking questions, even though she knew so much. But she, put that hat of her being the senior professor away, and she was this curious kid calling us up, ensuring what she's doing is correct, whether that would be calling us up 5 times in a day or 5 times in a week. She would get her answers and then she would go into her research. So yes, my point here is, yes, it's a certification program, but only if you will invest your energy you will get any output. Otherwise it's going to be just futile. So thanks, Survi, for sharing. Now I'll move on to Ananya. If you could just help us understand your journey of the advanced level just a little bit, and of course you are going to be doing the master's level in April. But yeah, how was your journey of the advanced program? And I believe you've done other certifications also, so if you could help us also understand how it was a little bit different.
So I think my fellow panelists have, like, taken all the points from my pocket, and thank you so much for that, right? But I think one thing I would say, first of all, if I want to strike a comparison here, and I'm taking that liberty to do that, because one thing I really celebrate rather about my advanced journey is that everything was live. As in, whenever I needed any sort of support, I could reach out to the team, right? And I think both of you, Shreyoshi and Professor Urvi, and of course, Mr. Jatin, you have mentioned that, right? And it was this, same kind of experience for me as well. And since, of course, I was already in the practice of counseling, I was already a guidance counselor. To me, what I think advanced gave me is that push that, you need to really work hard to complete those assignments. And not only just assignments, so for the sake of doing the assignments, but optimize your practice. The kind of tools that I have received, while doing advanced, it is still with me, and I practice that every day. I have incorporated that in my practice, and I use them every day. And coming to, of course, the comparison between, of course, the other, certifications or diplomas and courses that I have also added in my kitty, I would say the best part here is that the team who's working behind, this program. You can reach out to them whenever I have done that. And oh my God, the kind of support. Even, as I think as a teacher, sometimes even I've seen that, a student getting in touch with me and, I'm giving answers, but I've not seen that kind of support from anywhere else, that was really surprising for me. And on top of that, I would say, while doing advanced, it has pushed me to make my own, I would say, you know, um, college lists. So those research work and development has, like happened for me. I know, of course, our mindlers, I take that, privilege of saying that our mindler, like now that I'm part of the team, of course, right? We have like great, rich, I would say, resource, like, other panelists have mentioned here. But I think, it has pushed me to kind of make my own. And that's how you learn things. It's not about just, reading things. It's about internalizing it and practicing it every day, day after day, taking every, let's say one career each week and going through it, that entire week. And just, probably if I'm cooking, let's say I'm like, okay, psychology in this country, these are the universities, these are the colleges that offer it. So this is the kind of orientation, being inside that grind. That's what I think advanced has been. What do you
Great,
think?
Ananya. That was lovely. So, Ananya was somebody who attended our our foundation maybe a year back. And when we saw her and we connected with her, we knew we wanted her. We were sure of that. अब कैसे लेके आए team में, that was a challenge because she was already working in a school. So we were completely impressed with her. I'm sure you guys have also heard her speak. So she is great. So we were like, how do we do this? And then we strategized and we ensured that we are going to make her lead our overseas team. So thanks, Ananya. I actually requested, I see Rama's here. I'll just be with you, Rama, in a minute. I see Anchita here, and I requested Anchita to join in, and she doesn't know that I was going to ask her to join in. Just a heads up. So all her answers are not prepared. I can assure you about that. So Anchita is from a psychology background. Why I asked her to join was. She's done her master's in psychology. Yes, she's been working with us for a few years now. And yes, maybe when she joined, she perhaps didn't know much about careers. And of course, now she's so many years into the space that she has utmost knowledge when it comes to careers and so on and so forth. So I wanted to bring Anchita because she is from a psychology background. And I wanted her to share her views of how she found this certification. Of course, she's done the advanced and she's currently doing the master's level. How was the program for you, Anchita? Like, what did it add on to you as already somebody who's a practicing counselor, career counselor? How did the advanced level and the master's level, how has that experience been for you?
Thank you so much for that question, and thank you for asking me to join in because I'm always very excited with all the responses that we've already heard. And I think they've kind of explained it very beautifully. And personally, I have interacted with all of them, and they are brilliant coaches as well. um, how it was a different journey for me because coming from a very psychology background and specializing in counseling, my domain has always been counseling and interpersonal behavior and that area. So I've always learned things in a particular way, and counseling is very, very different from what coaching is. As I told in the beginning, and I was asked at least twice in these 2 days as well, what is the difference between counseling and coaching? There's a lot of unlearn and relearning that needs to happen here. So, like I said, whatever I did learn, whatever I was practicing with my counseling sessions, there was a lot that need to be mended when it came to coaching and career coaching, especially. So, with the advanced program, you kind of get your basics in clear in place and understand, okay, this is how you're supposed to approach a session, or these are the elements that you need to keep focusing on. It's going to be a complete transition. It's going to be a complete shift if you are a practicing counselor or a therapist than to become a career coach. There's a very famous line by Albert Einstein. It says that the education is not learning about facts, it's about training the mind to think. And trust me, I have never seen things like these or statements like these coming true in reality. When I say career coaching, it stands by itself that you need to be updated on a daily basis. From a person who was not a very avid reader to advance and my journey that I'm continuing in masters, I am telling you the only thing I'm doing these days is reading. That's it. So that is going to be a constant thing for everyone, and I already see everybody see smiling. So they kind of agree with me here. um and it's something that I think, Isha, which all of us and you must have probably witnessed as well. There's a lot of data that you have to continuously learn and continuously memorize. There's a lot of learning that needs to happen, but that's not true. As a career coach, you don't have to sit down and memorize 100 colleges or 100 entrance exams and take care of all of that. That's absolutely a myth, and I've learned that after being here. So masters and advanced level will kind of teach you how to access these resources, how to build yourself, make yourself so resourceful, and how to make that research and that search so channelized in a way that you can go ahead and proceed in a manner where you say that, okay, if I have to come back with data with you, whether it's overseas or Indian universities, I know how much time I need. So as a career coach, the kind of skill set that you build will definitely be amazing and you'll be surprised by it. Masters is going to be, yes, a tough road to travel. Definitely giving a heads up for everybody who's looking at it. And I'm being absolutely honest here because, yes, if you know what you're signing up for, you'll be able to do justice to it. So just plain and clear there.
Thank you so
That's all I have.
Thank you so much, Anchita. That was brilliant. That was very, very well said. And I remember Anchita from a very long time now, from day one to where I see her currently. The journey has been crazy. The past 1 year, I have only seen her work. I don't know if she has a personal life anymore, but she has worked so hard and everything's worked out so brilliantly for her. So that ways, her reading, research, like everything she just said, she's actually following all of that. So that ways, kudos to you as well, Anchita. And hopefully masters should also be great for you. You just have some case studies left now. I'm quite sure. I've seen your marks. Don't worry. I know it. So you're good. Right. So that's where
yeah, sorry. Can I just add, I have interacted with Anchita only recently during our CSR project, and I just want to add this because we often miss this. So when, I knew that I had to do this, and you had to speak to children who were...
Probably the volume.
Now it's better?
Yeah.
Yeah. You to speak with children who are in class 11 and who possibly have less awareness than, many of these international schools, etc. I told myself, how difficult can it be? Like, I'm sure it's going to be easy. And then we went through like a conversation, and the first session, which kind of Anchita was doing, and I was shadowing her, and I was telling myself, what have I got into? Because I don't know this at all, and how beautifully a person, because it's a big part, right? You might have all the knowledge, but if the person on the other hand, you don't make that person relax and open the door, you can keep pushing things, nothing will reach there. That's something that I haven't had the opportunity to interact with her a lot, but I saw that and I was like, it kind of pushed me a couple of steps back and told me that you don't know anything. You kind of have to start from scratch. So that was a big learning.
True. Great, Sreyoshi. Thanks for sharing. Yes, definitely coaching comes for giving the content or just the pure knowledge or gyan about what careers, colleges, courses. So coaching, the client has to feel comfortable with you. That is the first part. So yeah, so that's great. Now we have Rama as well. Rama, I think because of some technical issue, wasn't able to join in at 4 o'clock. And I know we are moving towards the close of the session. This session should be longer than 45 minutes, But so Rama's here. So Rama is again somebody who is a certified coach by Mindler. She does too many things. In fact, she is very, very well equipped with a lot. She is extremely doing very well for herself. She's also partnered with Mindler, where she uses the partner portal. Because I won't get into the advanced aspect right now. I'll want Rama to just share a little bit about her journey and how the partner portal has been for her so far.
Good evening, everybody. Apologies on the delay. In fact, I was doing a counseling session with a parent and a child, and that's why it just spilled over time, So I must say the partner portal helped me very well. And I started my journey during the pandemic. I just wanted to learn something. And I said, okay, let me get into digital marketing. So that's how I got into digital marketing. And during that course, I had to, kind of decide what is my niche. And I was anyway into coaching and mentoring earlier in my profession. I was a corporate trainer. And during the pandemic, all these corporate things died down. And I said, okay, let me get into student career coaching. And that is when I started doing my search. And there was a lot of companies offering so many things. But for me, coming from a very psychometric background, I wanted something which was reliable and validated. Because here I am shaping somebody's life. It's to do with somebody's life. So I can't just, go with some company and somebody who's just doing a lot of branding and advertising. That doesn't appeal to me. It's the value that I am bringing into my student or the client, right? Because they reach out to you because they want something. They're looking for something. And it's like you go to a temple and you look at God to, answer your prayers. So it's like you have to make the right choice. So after a lot of evaluation in the market, I decided Mindler is the best. And believe me, you don't have to worry about anything except that you really have to put in a lot of hard work. There is no copy paste easy things that you can do. You got to read a lot and put everything. The support is amazing, as all the other panelists have told you. You just have to reach out and they are there. The next 5 minutes you have an answer. So there's absolutely nothing to be worried about. And I would say, just break out of your comfort zone and enroll into the course, because that is when you actually know that there is a difference between coaching and counseling. Because we've always thought that both are the same, whereas coaching is future focused. You provide solutions, you work towards outcomes, and you don't give advice. That is the main thing we learned. You don't give advice, whereas you lay a platform for them where they are able to choose. You give them the recommendations and they take the decisions, which is very good, I would say. And the portal is so simple to operate. And any challenge, and the team Mindler is just amazing. So I would tell anybody who's thinking twice, just don't think. There is a reason you're here today attending this two-day program, and you won't regret. I guarantee that you won't regret.
Thank you so much, Rama. So, I wanted to ask all of you if it's okay that we share your LinkedIn IDs with our participants so that they can connect with you. We've already listed them down. So, Ashwarya, Abhishek, anyone from the team can just post everyone's IDs, and of course, can we also share your email IDs, because I know
Yes.
45 minutes is too little a time. So, what we'll do is. We'll also share everybody's websites with you. We'll also share their LinkedIn IDs as well as their email IDs, so you can reach out to them individually and you can ask them any question or query that you may have. I won't be able to, since we are very close in time, I won't be able to extend this a bit longer. But I just wanted the participants to just share a feedback about this session. Of course, it's not in the feedback link. You can just put a feedback here. Just a word would be fine. If you could just let our panelists know how the session was and did you get something out of it or not. So if you could just share a couple of words, they would love to connect with you. And all of them are from diverse and different backgrounds. That's the entire idea, to tell you can be doing marketing and then now you become a career coach. Of course, the marketing angle will help you out like a lot. I can assure you that. But yeah, so everyone is from a different background and everyone has their own journeys. But I'm sure you would have enjoyed listening to them all. You can see on the chat there is lots of great session, inspiration, nice. There's a lot of
Yeah,
there's a lot.
Isha, I just want to add on that in the last couple of, ICC foundation courses, couple of people had called me, and, they had quite a few queries, and today they don't regret. They send me WhatsApp messages. It's like, I'm in the right place. I said, good.
I've already started getting, LinkedIn
Yes.
requests. So those
I'm
who are
already
getting
on.
Star.
requests,
I'm making you a star already. I'm going to get you very famous. That is my idea. So yeah, I think this is a good way to network also. All of them will connect with you.
Absolutely.
You never know how you'll meet and reach connections. I couldn't go on more, but I would want Jatin to share. So Jatin has worked as an associate with us on a couple of projects, and you have to see his counseling coaching sessions, I would say. He is brilliant, like he's just amazing with the kids. So that ways, of course, I know him and I've seen his opportunities. Similarly, Urvi is using the partner portal. Urvi will share her website here. Just go and see the testimonials students have written for her on her website. It is crazy. They're so heartfelt and they are written so nicely that you actually feel like, wow, Urvi is really doing something great. Ananya, of course, is connecting with students all the time. She's working with us closely, just like Anchita. Shreyoshi is also, started using the partner portal. I don't know how much she's really used because it's only been a very short time, but I think she's also going to be, now using that. So at least that should be the plan. So it was so good to have all of you.